All right. So a couple of years down the road, um, you feel like you have finally settled in to um, to your new town.
What do you mean?
So you have like since left Los Angeles.
Why?
You just feel like you've kind of done all the stuff that you feel like you can do, you know?
Have I had any have I had any success?
Oh yeah. For a while there, yeah. You were running a show at a Taco Bell after they closed. Uh
Okay.
you guys would break into there was a Taco Bell down the street that
We're breaking into a closed Taco Bell.
well, so it's not necessarily that you're breaking in. It's more like you know that they always leave the back door unlocked. Like it doesn't lock.
That's bad. That's still breaking into a Taco Bell.
Yeah, but your whole thing is like, look, if the back door is unlocked, I'm going to take my shot.
There's
And
Pat. That's a fucking crime.
yeah, but the show was pretty good. The show was called it was called Breaking and Entering Comedy. And you the whole thing is the front door's locked, you got to go in the back. That's like your whole gimmick.
Pat, that's not a gimmick. All of these people are now accessories to what's happening here.
Well, I mean, it's not like you guys are, you clean up and stuff afterward. It's not like you guys steal
Sure.
anything.
Yeah.
You guys actually are known for having the best behaved audience in Los Angeles. People show up, they're like, "Look, we're here because we love to laugh. We're not here to cause any trouble. We're not here to hurt no one. We just love the LA comedy scene." And so you were putting on Breaking and
Point
Entering.
that we're willing to commit a crime.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That we're willing to break into a closed restaurant.
the back door's open.
Doesn't Pat, that doesn't change the fact that it's breaking and entering. Or
Right.
did
But,
maybe not the breaking part. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but it's still a crime. You can't just do that. Also, do I fire up anything in the kitchen?
no, that's the thing is that the only thing that you guys do is you turn the lights on. That's about it. You don't like,
How do
you
they
don't,
not have an alarm?
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask the manager.
They're just leaving this back door open constantly.
Yeah, the lock was busted and they kept meaning to get it fixed, but you know how it is working in the service industry. There's always something to do. There's always something going on. And so there was always something else happening and they never really got around to doing it. And eventually the reason that you guys stopped doing the show is that they finally like were like, oh right, we have to like fix the that lock on the back, which sucked
So
because the show that you guys your first show after they fixed the lock at the Taco Bell, you guys had Kevin Hart booked to headline as like the secret, but your thing is like it's a secret headliner. Um, and you're like, you may have seen him on, Kevin Hart's Heart of the City, and like you like underline Kevin Hart. You're like, maybe, and come see this mystery headliner tonight at Breaking and Entering Comedy. And you actually, there's this, the LA Times was coming to, there's like a reporter, um, Scruffy McGenius, and
gross,
he
Pat.
is, he's like the comedy correspondent for the LA Times. And he showed up too to like write about it, but when you got there like a half hour before the show starts and the back door's locked and you're like, oh fuck. And that was it.
That's how I react. I go, oh fuck.
Yeah, because they like, and then like you turn around and there's like a line down the fucking street,
What do
and
we do? Do we do it in the parking lot?
you just walk away. You don't say a word to anyone.
No, I'm not gonna.
And so yeah, you definitely had some success doing that show. You actually had you were commissioned by Amazon to write a short film.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a thing
About
where,
about what?
well, so basically their thing is like they did a thing called the Amazon Summer Series.
Summer series.
Summer Series. The ASS they called it. And it's they commissioned like five comics to write a short film basically. Um you wrote so your short film is about um a boy reuniting with his friends in his hometown of Dupo, Illinois. What it is it's like clearly based on you. The main character
Oh,
is,
really? It is based on me.
yeah. The main character, his name is also Aaron, but it's spelled Erin.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Um, so you used it as like a placeholder because you're like, I'm gonna have a different name for it, and you just forgot to change it. And so like when you sent it in, like as soon as you emailed it, you were like, uh-oh. And then like you were about to hit like unsend, like undo, you know what I mean? On the
Yeah.
but then you got an email back from Amazon, the chief of the Amazon Summer Series.
Amazon Summer Series.
Summer Series. Uh Kelvin Mister. He's like he hits you back
Elvin Mister
yeah, he hits you back immediately. He's like, Aaron, I love it. I'm not gonna change a word.
immediately.
Yeah, so Calvin Mister is
Oh no.
he is
Don't do.
absolutely the fastest reader in like
Yeah.
the Amazon like business structure or like organization or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. And that's kind of his thing. It's kind of what got him his start in the industry
He
because
could just read he could just read everything quickly. He just consumed a lot of material.
very, very quickly,
Okay.
he was a assistant to this guy, Marcus Elementary, who worked with Michael Bay, and they
Yeah.
would get like scripts sent to them, and Marcus Elementary would like forward them to Calvin Mister, who would just read it immediately, and he'd be like, "This is," and like his signature thing was smash or trash.
What? What do you mean by signature? Just this
That's like
is
what
how he
he's known.
communicates
That's his
with his
thing.
boss?
Yeah, is they'll send it to him and they'll just go S or T question mark, and he'll respond like S for smash, T for
Oh, okay.
trash. Yeah.
For trash. Yeah.
And so it's yeah,
Smash or trash.
yeah. He calls it Smash or Trash Saturday.
Does he only work 1 day a week?
He works 1 day a week because he can do it so quickly that there's just no reason. Like they still pay him a good amount, obviously, because he's Michael Bay. You know what I mean?
So
So
he's reading roughly 7 times the amount of content in 1 day that the normal assistant would be reading, or
easily,
5 times.
yeah, easily.
If it's
He's one of the main contributors to Speed Reader Weekly, which is this periodical that comes out every single week. It's like 700 pages, and
yeah.
it's for people who just are speed readers, and it has all these different things in it. He writes a monthly sex column there, like a sex advice column.
Yeah. What's it called?
Um, it's called Speedy Sex. Uh, Speedy Sex Nation is the name of it. And so the different people who write in, he calls them sex heads. His readers, they like, they'll because he has like a very dedicated group of readers who, and most people who read a magazine don't like write letters to it. You know what I mean? Most people would just sort of,
Sure.
same thing with radio shows, like only the most dedicated people, not the most dedicated, but only a very small percentage of people actually call in or interact directly with it. But Speedy Sex Nation, they estimate 95% of the people who consume it write into it. And so he answers like 50 questions a week, mostly advice, um, but but also updates about, some the latest in erotic news. And so
What does he mean by like erotic news?
so like he'll like so there's this guy who's known as the sex toy king of the Midwest. And
That's just this guy's thing.
yeah, he's known as uh King David
The
because he
sex toy
is,
king of the Midwest.
yeah. And so like when he comes out with a new product, Calvin will write about it, something like that. That's just an example. So like
What does King David produce?
King David produces sex toys and sex paraphernalia.
Okay.
So if there are certain kinks that you're into, that you need supplies for,
Yeah.
you're going to go to him, especially if you live in the Midwest, because the shipping costs are like nothing there. Like,
Oh, okay.
he has factories like dotting from north to fucking south, baby, all over the Midwest region.
It's really dominating the central time zone. It sounds
Yeah,
like.
if you live, if you adhere to the central time zone and you are a sex toy enthusiast, you have at least perused this man's catalog. He's a very, very successful guy. So he has different stuff. So he goes as benign as, his and hers after sex towels, something like that, to something as extreme as like, like bondage gear and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you're looking for. If he can find a way to make it erotic, then he will sell it to you.
Bondage gear.
Yeah, I mean, if
Hmm.
that's your thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so anyway, so Kelvin Mister, he reads your script, he loves it. And basically you're the short that that you write, it's about this guy, Aaron, who travels back to Dupo, Illinois for a funeral.
Whose funeral?
A a camp counselor, a very influential camp counselor for you and your friend's life growing up.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, and it's called counseling session.
That's the name of my short. Counseling session.
Yeah, it's about a boy, I mean a man, once a boy, now a man, traveling back to Dupo for his summer camp counselor's funeral.
Okay.
It's based on like a real thing that happened to you. So anyway, so you feel like you've kind of accomplished a lot of stuff and it's time to, move on to something new. Uh Especially you feel like you've accomplished everything because um you've kind of been like banned from comedy.
What? Why? Why am I banned from comedy?
So uh you were doing a set, you were performing at a show at the Laugh Super Factory. It's modeled on
What is
the
the
it's
laugh super factory?
so it's modeled on the Laugh Factory comedy clubs,
Yeah.
but they're like twice as big, basically.
Oh no.
So it's a super factory. And so you went there, and maybe I don't know, like you were just woken up from a nap where you dreamed of a sea of dead crabs. So you were like kind of in a strange mood, or maybe it was just the wrong audience. You don't really know, but you bombed so hard that it became like the lack of sound from the audience in between your like in between your jokes, like your punchlines or whatever. It was so quiet that people could actually hear like the blood coursing through their own veins. They could
Jesus
feel
Christ, Pat.
there's a
I bombed that hard that these people can hear the blood in their veins.
they can hear the blood. And that's the problem is that several of them go completely insane from it and from just hearing that and like they're in different sanitariums or whatever asylums and all they say over and over again is I can hear the blood. I can hear the blood. I can
That
hear the blood.
fucking sucks.
Except on Halloween. On Halloween they're completely normal. But the rest of the 364 days they are a little cuckoo in the Baduku, as you like to say.
I don't.
So,
The
uh,
Baduku?
the Baduku, yeah. So that happened, and people were just, word gets out about stuff like that. Like, they can't book you because you did technically drive half an audience insane. So,
Great.
so
What a
you're
bunch
kind,
of bullshit.
so you're,
What a bunch of fucking bullshit.
so you're living in this new, not this new town, but it's new to you. You know, It's a town called Blorp. Blorp.
Where the
And
fuck is Blorp, Pat?
so Blorp is a town
Blorp.
designed for people whose lives have fallen apart. It's pretty cheap to live there. And basically, if you move there, something went very wrong. And people there just keep to themselves. You know what I mean? There's obviously there's some socializing, but it's rare. People just it's a town where the homes are very far apart from one another. So you're living in
Blorp.
Blorp.
What state is this in?
So they have a saying in Blorp. Blorp is just a state of mind.
What is my fucking address? What state am I being governed by? Whose
Um,
laws am I adhering to?
excuse me. You,
Where am I
it's
located physically?
it's still in California. It's like very North California. So
I'm in
you're
North California.
very. It's actually the most northern part of California that there is the town of Blorp. And so your address is 666 Darkness Road.
Jesus Christ.
And then in parentheses, then like or underneath it rather, edge of town, Blorp, California.
What the fuck is edge of town?
So everyone in Blorp lives on the edge of town. That's how it's designed. So there's like the town proper in the middle with like the stores and stuff like that, but all of the homes are like in a circle around it, and they're all on the edge of town. So
This fucking sucks. The middle of this town is just where all the commerce and industry occurs.
and
And
then
the
there
outer edge of town is the ring where everybody lives.
the residential ring, yeah. And
The
so
rest what the fuck, Pat?
so you're living in Blorp and you feel like you have finally kind of started to acclimate, you know.
How
There
long have I
are
been a Blorpian?
You have been a Blorpian for about 8 months at this point.
Okay, it's taken me 8 months to settle into the ring.
Yeah, it was a bit of an adjustment,
I can imagine.
but that's kind of what happens in Blorp. So you are driving one day, you are going to get lunch at the nearest Applebee's. It is about a 45-minute drive in,
Outside of Blorb.
outside of Blorp. And so you drive to Applebee's, you're listening to DJ Jason Light on the radio playing the biggest hits of the last 2 weeks. That's the new thing on WLANALAX radio. We play the hottest of the last 2 weeks. So you're rocking out to DJ Jason Light. Get to the Applebee's, walk in. Um, they got there were regular booth set up for you. They know you there. The you know the hostess is she appears to be like just some woman in her early 20s, probably in college, you know what I mean. uh
Yeah.
she's like, oh, Mr. Brooks, right this way. uh
I don't like this already.
they have so there's several booths in what they call All-Star Alley at this Applebee's.
Fuck you.
The All-Star Alley
All
are people who are like, they go to that Applebee's the most, and they have yours set up and ready for you. And so the way that it works there at that particular Applebee's is they have they put a tracker in your phone, so they know if you're heading towards them, and they'll be like, oh, okay. And they look at it and they go, okay, so judging by this trajectory of Mr. Brooks, yeah, he'll probably be here in about 38 minutes. So in 37 minutes, we need an ice cold glass of fucking half and half tea
oh
wait,
man.
waiting for him. And did we mention it's complimentary?
I mean, look, you said that Applebee's got into my phone and put a tracker there,
Yeah. Well, I
which
mean,
means
you
they
know
took
it's
possession of my phone.
it's there.
So what? So I can't even like drive in the direction of this Applebee's without them preparing for my arrival.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to head in that direction. So like the only time that you ever head in that direction is when you're going to this Applebee's. So they're like, for all of the people in All Star Alley, they have um like alarms set up basically. So like when they're nearby, they're like, oh shit, okay, these the different you know VIP members are,
The other All Stars.
yeah. So
How many of us are there?
right now there's only four. It's you. Um, there's this woman, Celeste Morningstar. There's this guy Burps who comes in,
Yeah,
and the fourth one is a guy who wears a mask with like a question mark on it, and there's no visible like eyelids or whatever, or eye holes, you know what I mean? But like he can
yeah,
clearly
yeah.
see. And when he brings the food to his lips, the mask actually like will get out of the way for him. You know what I mean? Like it like will open up so his mouth is
It's a
revealed.
functioning mask.
Yeah, a high functioning mask,
Jesus.
and no one knows his name. So you slide into your booth, and it's a booth that is shaped like the seats are like a semicircle. You know what I mean? As
Yeah,
opposed to two sides of straight benches. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, yeah.
So so you do the move that you always do, where you slide into that booth, and your little tush takes you all the way across the rim of the semicircle, and you get to like the end, and you stop perfectly. That fucking half and half iced tea, like you just put your hand out, and like
It's
It just,
there.
yeah, it's just there.
God damn it.
Your hand comes to a stop wrapped around it. You,
What an experience.
for real, man. And so, you, order some food, you know, and your, your regular waitress, that normally it's not, this isn't like part of the of All Star Alley, but there's just a regular waitress that you normally see there, Francine Doe, but she wasn't there. So you're like, what the hell is this about? And so and you're kind of like wondering why, you know? And the waitress that they give you, her name is Marissa Saunders. And that's the thing about this place is that they give you the wait staff gives you their full name. And so
I don't need that. I don't need that.
but like it makes you feel like you know them a little bit, you know? So it definitely
Okay.
builds the client and wait staff relationship, makes it deeper, you know. So so Marissa like drops off your burger and you're like oh by the way, and she's like, all right, well anything else you need? And you're like, yeah, you know, normally I have a diff
Celeste, right?
yeah, and you're like, yeah, not there's anything wrong with the service. I'm just kind of curious, like, if she, you know, if she's coming in later or like, and then Marissa's like, oh no, she had to call out due to massive diarrhea.
Hey, good.
Yeah,
You don't want to bring that into work.
and she laughs and she goes, "Don't I know it?" And she winks at you.
What does that
So
mean?
so she walks away,
Does
and
she
you're
have
like,
diarrhea right now?
and you kind of like,
Is it going around the bees?
and like for a second, that's like all that your mind can like focus on. And you're so intensely focused on it that you are jolted when all of a sudden you hear, "Hey, Aaron."
Oh fuck. God damn it. I didn't even see it coming. Didn't even fucking see it.
And you're like, "What the hell?" And because
I
like
even
you're
thought like, oh, I didn't order a burger. I even thought that like, oh, weird. I didn't even fucking
and so you look down
God
and
damn it.
because you're like, "There's no one in my booth," and you look down and next to your burger is a pickle,
Yeah.
and you
Spear hole.
it is like a spear, yeah,
Okay.
and you're kind of like, "What the hell?" And you blank, and suddenly it's almost like the pickle is like standing up. You know what I mean, in front of you, and he
Yeah.
has like googly eyes
Yeah.
and like a big fucking cartoon grin that extends off of his face,
Yeah.
and he goes, "Hey, Aaron, down here, buddy,"
Yeah.
and you're like, "What?" And you blank, and suddenly this guy, he's or not this guy, but the pickle is wearing like a leather jacket, really badass looking leather jacket, or and even though he doesn't have arms or anything, it's still or shoulders, it's still like held in place somehow around him. And at first the pickle has, you know how like at the tip of a pickle, they have that like fucking thing.
Yeah, tuft or
Yeah.
whatever still where they kept taking off the vine.
Yeah, whatever it is, like the stem or whatever. All of a sudden there is a jet black, thicker than fuck pompadour on top of this fucking pickle's head. You can you it's so deep and it is so dark that you look at it and for a second you're like, this is the darkness that existed before the light. And he goes, Hey, Aaron, it's me, Bill the Dill. And I'm here to get you out of your pickle.
What pickle? What pickle am I in? I mean, yeah, I live in fucking Lorp or whatever on
Yeah.
the edge of town,
The town for people whose lives have fallen apart.
but I've just like settled in.
Yeah. And so Bill the Dill goes on to tell you that he is part of a, I guess, like an intelligence network called the Pickle
Yeah,
Clan, where anywhere that there's a pickle, they can see what's going on.
yeah,
And he's like, Aaron, that night at the Laugh Super Factory,
yeah.
he goes, we can make it all go away, buddy.
Is that what I want? Do I want my old life back, or am I okay being a Blorpian from this point forward?
Well, it's not so much that you're okay with it, it's you're resigned to it.
Then yeah, give me my life back when I was like just becoming successful.
He goes, of course, Aaron, we can do that. He goes, you just gotta do one thing.
I'm hesitant to ask, but what do you want me to do, Bill the Dill?
He like leans forward, and that jet fucking black pompadour seems to grow a little bit for just a second.
What?
And he goes, you have to kill a man.
God damn it.
So he goes on to tell you that there is this serial killer that's been going around and killing people, and they've they've dubbed him the Quesadilla Killer.
Oh no. How he's killing people with quesadillas?
So what he's doing is he's this guy who is going to restaurants that serve quesadillas, and he'll eat it, and if it's good enough, like if it tastes good to him, he'll come back later and he'll kill the person who made it. He's like, I can't say we understand his motivations, buddy, but we know where he is. He goes, only you can stop him. Do you do it? He goes, will you help us, Aaron?
I mean, I do have an affinity for like Mexican food, I guess, if I was running a show at a Taco Bell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, is there going to be a way that I can like get a loan? I'm not going to do this and then go to fucking jail. I'm not gonna do that. I'll
Right.
live in Blorp before I go to jail for you.
He goes, Aaron, remember who you're talking to, buddy? We're the Pickle Clan. He goes,
That doesn't mean a fucking thing to me at this point in my life, Bill. I've never heard of you. You're a talking pickle. Like just because you say that doesn't mean that I'm like, oh yeah, I trust this pickle,
yeah. He's like, we'll help you do it, Aaron, but you're going to be the one who has to strike the blow.
and you'll give me my old life back.
He goes,
Success, career
absolutely.
success included. That's why I would want to do this.
Right. He goes,
You'll
ah.
restore where I was before that day.
He goes, we've got contacts, buddy.
Just
Don't worry.
just tell me. You got to fucking spell it out for me. I'm not gonna read into your little insinuation. Are you gonna set me up where I was before that day?
Yeah, he agrees.
Fine. Then yeah. What do you want me to do?
So the quesadilla killer is
What a
going to
dumb.
well, that's what they call him.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So he is actually he's staying in like a nearby Northern California city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close to Blorp.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes outside of Blorp. Most things seem to be.
Great.
So
It
he's
sucks.
he's staying at this town called called Broccoli Town. And
I'm
so
not even gonna fucking ask. Broccoli Town,
yeah.
Pat.
And so he's staying at a hotel. They have that night he's planning on going to um what's universally seen as the finest Mexican restaurant in Broccoli Town.
He said if he likes it, he goes back and kills the person.
Yes, the quesadilla killer.
I mean, I gotta warn the staff, you know?
So what do you do? Like
Um,
is that what so basically yeah, so they give you the uh the address of the hotel that he's staying at, Asparagus Hotel,
oh
and
fuck.
Bill the Dill goes, also check your glove compartment before you drive there, buddy. You'll find
Fine.
something that'll help you. He goes, will you do it, Aaron?
Yeah, I'll do it. Give me my life back. I'll kill this serial killer. Do I have to use whatever's in the glove box or can I just kill him?
He goes, whatever your heart desires, Aaron.
Great.
He
And I'm gonna get away with this no matter what.
goes, of course, buddy.
Okay. All right. Fine.
So you blink and it's just back. He's just like a normal pickle again. You you eat your burger. It's the best hamburger that you've ever had in your fucking life.
Great.
Do you eat the pickle?
Yeah. I love pickles.
Right. You chomp down that fucking pickle and you like
Yeah.
swallow it and like you hear like it's almost like you hear from like inside your throat, you hear like, see you later, Aaron.
Great. Jesus Christ.
You pay the bill, um, get into your car. You open up your glove compartment, and inside there is a pistol, a
Yeah.
bright a bright green pistol.
Is it loaded?
You open it, like you flip open the chamber or whatever,
Yeah.
and it is locked and loaded.
Okay.
Six
Great.
bright green bullets rest inside that fucking gun. So you drive to Broccoli Town and you go to the Asparagus Hotel. It's located on Salad Boulevard.
God damn it. Man, Broccoli Town fucking sucks. Broccoli
No,
Town
it's
sounds
not
like the worst.
not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't show rated R movies there.
Oh no.
It's like yeah, forbidden. And so you pull into to the hotel. What's your plan? It's like 4 in the afternoon.
Do I know what so is it so this is a hotel, so all the rooms are indoors.
Yeah.
Do I know what room he's staying in?
Yeah. So the way that it works there is that every single room is like its own building, you know. There's like 18 small little like cottages almost. You know what I mean?
Okay. And I know which one he's staying in.
Yeah.
Then I
Cottage.
would
Cottage number 9.
I would park out front of cottage number like the 8, 9. So I'd park in the vicinity and I would wait for him to try to leave and like get in his car. And then I would just run my car into him. I would ram him with my car as he was trying to get into his.
Yeah.
I don't trust this gun. I don't trust a green gun. I'm not a gun guy, but I don't know if you paint a bullet if that's gonna fuck it up and make this goddamn gun blow up in my hand like an Elmer Fudd situation. I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna trust my car and know that like once I get on the other side of this, I'll be able to get a new one, no problem.
Yeah. So you sit there and you don't have to actually wait that long. 4:45 on the dot. A man walks out of cottage number 9. He he's wearing like he kind of looks like a fairly normal guy, um, except for his he has like a Yosemite Sam type of mustache going, where like it's like he's just gigantic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
it's a mustache that extends down and like loops back up. You know,
Okay. He's one of those guys.
gigantic. Yeah,
Okay.
and you see him, and he has even though even though he doesn't seem tall, he has like the longest legs of anyone you've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that are
It's a
like
very
it.
short torso kind of situation.
Yeah, it's definitely the torso of like of a shorter man. Yeah, and so
Okay.
you see him walk towards towards his own car, and you look at him and you think of all the people that this guy's killed. You think of all the blood that's been shed, all the families that have been destroyed because some guy clearly there's some kind of weird psychological shit going on with him, and he eats a quesadilla and he kills him for that. Like you start getting like kind of like pumped up to kill this guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think about like it's and like as like you like rev your engine and like just take off towards him, you think to yourself, it's not even about your career anymore. It's about doing what's right. It's about stopping evil. Um, so you like fucking start going like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. Like you are picking
Through a
up.
parking lot?
Yeah, it's a very large parking lot.
God damn.
And you have like the radio going, you have like music going to get
Yeah.
yourself pumped up. Um and they're like, all right, this is here's it's a radio station called like it's called Classics 107.9. And they just play like, classic songs from your youth. And
Okay.
the song Shimmer by Fuel starts playing,
Great.
and you're like, fucking A. And like you're getting like super psyched. And it gets to the part where like the drums kick in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where it really picks up.
Drink the champagne dreams,
Yeah.
strawberry surprise, we're laying on my tables. And you just start like
Oh, having
screaming.
the rank fine.
You get to that part,
Yeah.
and by that part, you
Uh,
were like, you don't even realize this, but you were like screaming along to the
yeah.
lyrics.
I'm probably weeping.
You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, your adrenaline is going crazy. The tears are streaming down your face, and you swear that they're hot. These are hot tears coming down your fucking cheeks. And like you've closed your eyes, like that's how into this song. You've actually completely forgotten about the quesadilla killer. You close your eyes and you just like sail right past them because you're just like
What the fuck?
you're so focused on fuel. And then it
On
gets to the
fuel?
yeah, then it gets to the part where he goes lavender and cream, and you crash into a truck that's going by. It's actually carrying it's doing a delivery of a bunch of like lavender and cream based products. And
Oh no.
and so you scream lavender and then like you open your eyes and you see like the truck that says like the delivery truck that says like lavender and cream delivery, and you go lavender and cream, and then boom,
Oh
you
no.
crash into
Fuck
it
you.
and your car explodes.
God damn it.
The quesadilla killer like sees the whole thing happen, like sees you go like zoom like right by and crash into the car, and he goes, "That was close."
Oh God.
Then he jumps into the car and murders a line cook an hour and a half from now.
Jesus Christ.
The quesadilla was exquisite.
This sucks. I have a
But yeah,
fuel themed death.
Yeah, but you died screaming, but you died screaming the lyrics that you love.
Yeah, I guess. Fuck.